loss coming a couple weeks ago to Citadel High, but they rebounded nicely. The Griffins, on the other hand, 10-2 in league play, 31-3 overall. They've lost 3 games all year, and all 3 have been to Halifax West. However, they've gotten closer in each of their 3 matchups.
Good dish out to the corner, not good for Allie McLean. Tries it again. They get another second chance opportunity. The Warriors take a shot from the corner, just missed by Parker, as the Griffins come up with it as they head into transition. No basket made. Feed inside the post. Good double team and help side defense by the Warriors. Another chance, just misfired. Had a couple of good looks at it.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup. The Griffins appear to have a little bit of a height advantage with Victoria Fournier-Smith and Malaya Joy-Legier on the inside.
It goes up, and that is good for the first bucket of the game for Ava McNutt for the Warriors.
McNutt, a fantastic player. Guard committed to the St. FXX women. Actually, all 5 of the starters for the Warriors have.
There's a steal and a dish down inside the post. Good ball movement for the Warriors. They go back out, surveying. Free throw line jumper is good for Olivia Logan, and Logan is such a dangerous player, averages 27.2 points per game. A double-double almost automatically for her.
Yeah, Logan, a big-time player. She'll be headed to the UMB Reds next season. She was the Metro League MVP last year, and I'd be surprised if she doesn't repeat this season.
That was a heck of a rebound, too, for Victoria Fournier-Smith to get the first 2 points for the Griffins.
Fournier-Smith, the lone grade 12 on this grammar school roster. That's a big difference in this matchup. The West start 5 grade 12s. Grammar school with just 1 grade 12 on their entire lineup.
That veteran experience might give the edge to the Warriors as a rebound off the miss does get fouled, and we'll have the West Warriors go to the free throw line for 2. Olivia Logan again. Yeah,
tremendous. Logan shoots the 3. That's off, but able to track down her own rebound. Really high degree of difficulty. Oh, yeah, I am keeping track of the points here. I forgot for a second. And Logan, an excellent free throw shooter as well. Really interesting thing about her, she plays almost a center forward position for this Halifax West team. She will be a guard at the next level at U Sports with the UMB Reds, and she'll make an impact right away. But this versatility of playing her entire high school career as one of the bigger players in the West lineup really has given her a diverse skill set.
Love to see the young talent here on display as they start to transition to bigger and better things, but they still have to compete here. Halifax West trying to go for their 3rd straight Division League title in this matchup against the Griffins. That's good from downtown. Count it for Molly Sancton.
Sancton, a sharp shooting grade 10 guard. It's been with the Basketball Nova Scotia under 15 team.
And that's good for Ava Parker.
Big time answer for Parker. She's also committed to join Logan with the UMB Reds next season. As I said, all 5 starters for the West have committed to play at U Sports in the AUS next season.
And also, too, this defensively for Halifax West, there's a ton of ball hawks here. You have multiple players that average over 3 steals per game, and Logan, along with LePage and Davignon, who we haven't mentioned quite yet.
Well, they're notorious for full court pressing the entire game. Interesting here. Back-to-back plays, we've had what could have gone either way on a screen call, and both times the call has gone favoring Grammar. Defensive foul there. I believe it went against McNutt.
First team foul for the West Warriors today. Ball movement on point for the Griffins. And a foul called on the floor. No travel violation.
Yeah, so talking about this Halifax West team, again, they don't have the natural size. No 6-footers on this team. But one thing they do really well is play good team defense, switch everything, pressure everything, lots of double teams, and immediately surrounding any paint touches. That time Hoyt ran into trouble and comes away with the travel. So they're not going to block a lot of shots, but they force a ton of turnovers, as you see with their steal numbers.
Indeed, and McNutt already with a steal to start the game off. That is good and true from downtown from Allie McLean.
McLean, a future St. Mary's Husky, knocking down that 3 ball, and you're seeing it all from the West right now. Full court press forces the turnover. There's going to be a travel as Davignon shuffled her feet, but as both teams go into their bench, our first look at Lyric LePage, grade 10 guard for Halifax West.
Yeah, LePage averages 6.3 points per game on the year, 4.3 rebounds, along with 2 assists, and of course is a factor on stealings, averages 3.4 steals per game.
She's the kind of player that if she wasn't on this team with all these third-year grade 12 starters, she'd be getting a lot more minutes. She's a really talented guard.
Warriors pushing up the pace. And turnover, even though you had a tough run in there from LePage. You just lost the ball out of bounds.
It's amazing the pace that this Halifax West team can play the whole game at, and they really rely on their starters, but everything is fast, everything is pressure. They turn it into a track meet.
Hoyt with 2 to cut into this deficit as they're only down by 5 for the Griffins. As a screen there to try to free up some space for her teammate, just no good for Davignon, the younger sister to Gabe Davignon. And talking with Al before the game, she is in fact a sharpshooter. If you give her some space, she'll capitalize. As you see right there on cue for Davignon with the floater, that's true.
Well, that's always such an asset for a three-point shooter. You attack the closeout, and if you're able to score in the mid-range with floaters.
And Maddie White with a pair on the layup. Now this offense starting to get a little bit back and forth action here in this final. Thrive, a good kick for the mid-range, just a little bit off for McNutt. But here's a transition, a 2-on-1 opportunity, bounce pass up ahead, just off and rebounded by Olivia Logan.
Yeah, unlucky there for Abby Sankton on the layup attempt that time, but talk about that track meet pace. Grammar School is willing to play it.
Logan pulls the trigger from deep. Logan already feeling it.
7 points already. We've seen 3 of the Warriors already hit a three-point shot, and we're only halfway through the first quarter.
Again, Logan's so dangerous, a star player among all these stars, as there is a foul. Count it, and 1.
Yeah, beautiful pick and roll as Hoyt finds Malaya Joy Legier, but it is going to be an offensive foul.
Oh, check that.
Did they count the basket? No, they did not. So, yeah, that is a game-changing, potentially game-changing call early on in this one as Joy Legier, and it's either her first or second foul. Grammar has 2 team fouls. I didn't catch who had the first, but yeah, I mean, Connor, let's talk a little bit about these 2 teams and celebrate how dominant they really were all season. Number 1 and 2 respectively in the league. The West went 11-1, 2-0 in playoffs, a 106-35 win in the quarterfinal over Bayview, and a 66-47 win versus CPA. And the Warriors, an impressive perfect 4 for 4 on tournaments this year as well. They won the Wild West tournament, the Eastern Canadian Classic, the Snowball tournament at CEC, and the North Nova tournament at North Nova, notably defeating Halifax Grammar in the final of that one. So, yeah, they've had a phenomenal season, and like I said, they're looking for the three-peat in the Metro League, winning the city championship, but the provincial title has been what's eluded them. A silver medal runner-ups in each of the last 2 provincials. So they'll be looking to flip that this year, and for their 5 grade 12 seniors, finish their career with a provincial title that they've sought for their entire high school careers.
Also give a lot of credit to these coaches, a lot of veteran experience, and also a lot of players that play in the AUS conference here for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about that a little bit as we go. But yeah, both teams extremely well coached, and it is great to see former AUS products get involved at coaching at a high level with these powerhouse high schools.
Yeah, passing down the younger generation, that's all it's about. There's a shot from Logan, just a little bit offline, and rebounded and taken away by Maddie White. And up quickly up the court is Molly Sankton, who did hit that three earlier, but hasn't got anything to go elsewhere.
There's really good defense on that last one by Grammer coming out in the zone.
And that's just too automatic for Victoria Fournier-Smith.
Yeah, I think you're starting to see the size advantage with Fournier-Smith and Malaya Joy-Legier, who I do believe has 2 personal fouls. Might not see her again this quarter, but they are the 2 biggest players on the court if Grammer can get them the ball deep.
Smart play from Logan. There's a threat, does get fouled. Fournier-Smith with the hack.
And that's the second time we've seen Olivia Logan rebound her own miss and be able to get to the free throw line. She's just such a dynamic player, really high basketball IQ, you know, knowing not only that the shot is short, but having an idea of how it's coming off the rim. And again, with this West team, Logan playing as the big really has the opportunity to go after offensive rebounds all day. She knows that her teammates are going to be able to get back, get in passing lanes, and help her out if she's behind getting back on D. So that's part of their system. Logan misses the first free throw, but hits the second. 8 points for her now, and the Warriors lead 18-11.
Lead by 7. Here's a quick steal and transition offense through the defense as they go up now by 9.
Yeah, look at this press. Well broken there. Nice play by Isla Williams.
That's a risky run. If you're able to penetrate through that full court press, you get a layup on the other end from Hoyt. That's 4 points for Hoyt.
Ella Hoyt's a big-time prospect as well, grade 11. Played with the Basketball Nova Scotia under-17 team this past summer, averaging... Actually, she was the team's second leading scorer behind Olivia Logan on the Provincial team that finished 8th in St. John's, Newfoundland this summer.
That thought about it. Good ball movement to find the open man. Spurs-esque delivers. McLean now with 6 points. There's a steal. Here's his full court press and perfect play. Defense again turning into more offense. The Griffins needing to respond here down the stretch as this could get out of hand quickly with already a 12-point lead for the Warriors. And they have come out to play.
Yeah, nice one. But this is vintage Halifax West Warriors basketball, and even something like that. And look at their head coach, Trevor Walter, running on the sideline. He's fired up. You know, dealing with that full court press, even when you get the ball over half court, you're so out of sorts from having to make several passes. The ball isn't in your lead ball handler's hands. You're forcing other players to make plays out of positions they normally wouldn't, and it can lead for half court for turnovers in the half court as well.
Just short for McNutt. As again, the Warriors not getting out of this press look, but Griffins will have to adjust, and that's going to have to be good ball movement and trying to make shots just a little bit off for Williams, who checked in the game out of that timeout. McNutt open, good hands by the Griffins, and he'll still stay with the Halifax West Warriors.
Yeah, McNutt, good vision there as LePage was open for a split second, but the pass was deflected out of bounds. But yeah, I mean, all you can say right now is the pressure of the Warriors all over the court, forcing Grammer into turnovers and difficult situations. It's vintage Halifax West basketball, and it's really fun to watch.
Parker checking back into the game, committed to the UMB Reds for the upcoming year. Griffins have some chance, but again, the help defense on the floor battling for it. And stolen away, none other by Logan. Logan trying to go coast to coast all the way. Great touch on display from Olivia Logan.
Super tough finish. She's putting on a showcase right now. 10 points already. Ella Hoyt answers.
Ella Hoyt, 6 points, leading the team in points currently.
She would have been their lead scorer on the season. A couple tournament MVPs for Hoyt. Really talented guard with some size as well.
Davignon out to McLean. McLean trying to create space, decided to set up the screen for Logan. Good give and go. And good Euro step from McLean.
Beautiful
future
step
Husky.
through. Yeah, absolutely. You think Coach Scott Monroe is liking what he's seeing right now? She's made 2 threes and a nice step through in transition.
The corner just misfired and rebounded by Davignon. That's a little bit of a track meet. Those good hands.
Well, another thing that makes the Warriors so dynamic is any player gets the rebound, they're pushing the ball down court. They're not waiting for an outlet. Everybody knows when we have the ball, we're going full speed. There's no waiting for, post to get set up and establish a seal down low or waiting to get the ball to your point guard. Everybody's comfortable dribbling it up the court, and the defense needs to constantly be aware, stop the ball, stop the ball.
And the way they play, they want to run you out of the gym every single time. Logan, no. The good defense. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds, 1 second. They're just going to throw up a shot. Will they get up before the buzzer? They do not. And currently, as it stands, Halifax West with a 29-15 lead over the Halifax Grammar Griffins, but we will keep it here as we transition to the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to say, you're watching live coverage of this on Eastlink YouTube, powered by Maritime Athletic Profiles, bringing you all the latest and greatest action. And I want to let you know as well, you can reach out in the YouTube live chat. We already have a couple comments from Nakia Young and Crafty Stitchaway saying, let's go West. So let us know who you're cheering for, where you're watching from, and how you're feeling about this big-time matchup for the Halifax City Championship.
No, it's just been a very fast-paced game, and you see Amelia Allen, you saw this the whole entire of the first quarter, is that they've been able to push the pace, get everything they want, and for the Griffins, they're going to have to adjust against this full-court press has caused a lot of turnovers and steals on the other end that's led to points, so that's going to be the question mark in not only getting stops defensively, but how are they going to create some offense with some of the looks that West is giving them.
Yeah, absolutely, and I wish I had an easy answer how you beat this Halifax West Warriors team. I do think, some of it is out of your hand. You need to hope that they're not shooting the ball well. I've seen them in some games where Logan hasn't really made shots, but she has done all the little things for her team. And this is a player who a couple weeks ago had a 52-point game, Olivia Logan, in a win over CPA. The next game I saw her, she only had 6 points, but Ava McNutt poured in 28 in a win over Armbray. So that's one of the things with this senior lineup. They come back for the second quarter with all 5 starters as grade 12s. Any one of them can be the lead option on any given day, and it just makes them really dynamic and difficult to defend.
We'll see here at the start of the second quarter how will the Griffins respond as they'll a better look out, and that's not the way you want it with Logan, who was diving out of bounds to keep it alive, and it will still stay with the Griffins.
No, it's going to be a foul, I believe, against the Griffins.
Yes.
And I think both Legier and Fournier-Smith have 2 personal fouls, which is problematic for Coach Carla Yepes and Grammar School. Like I talked about, the one advantage they have is size, but right now both of their bigs are in some foul trouble.
Just a little bit too long for Olivia Logan.
Great box out there by Molly Sankton. And the foul is going to go against the Warriors. I believe it was Olivia Logan. But now you see them set up this trap. It's man-to-man, but the full 92 feet. No breaks.
It's tough as you need to get some more offense here if you're the Griffins. Who will be the one to step up? A good play, and they get a foul call in favor for the Griffins against Davignon.
Yeah, nice interior pass. Good play having Molly Sankton cut across the free throw line. A little Iverson cut action, and Sankton heading to the free throw line to shoot 2. Molly Sankton, grade 10 guard.
Already with 3 points.
Yeah, she hit a 3 in the first quarter. Was a Metro League All-Star last year, and back-to-back seasons with the under-15 provincial team, where she was a second-team All-Star at the Nationals last summer in St. John's, Newfoundland. Unfortunately, Sankton goes 0 for 2 from the line.
Olivia Logan, been the star in that first quarter, does get fouled and will go to the line for a pair. Wasn't that successful the first time around, but will have a second chance.
Yeah, continues to put tremendous pressure on the Grammar defense, and Logan's so good at driving. She's right-handed, but we've seen her take it strong to the left and finish a couple times. And another free throw for her. She's now 4 of 5 from the free throw line, up to a game-high 11 points. Make that 12.
And the one thing early, you don't see Fournier Smith out there for the Griffins, but what I noticed early, at least the early success they had, was her being able to have a one-on-one matchup as she is going to get checked back into the game, is that if she has a smaller defender on her, she's more than likely going to capitalize inside the post.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has 2 personal fouls already, and we're early in the second quarter, so a little bit of smart substitution here by Coach Carly Yepes, little offense for defense on the baseline inbound. You can see Fournier Smith has a bit of a size advantage on Logan, and well done.
A good play out of the inbounds pass that set up Hoyt, already now with 10 points.
Yeah, Hoyt sees the cross screen, and you can see they were concerned about that Fournier-Smith matchup, and that freed up Hoyt.
Hoyt taking charge off the rebound, gives a nice handoff feed into Fournier-Smith, and there's some early success, a couple of points, and cutting into this deficit surely.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the biggest strengths of the West right now. It's the dribble penetration of Ella Hoyt and the size of Fournier Smith. And we haven't called Malaya Joy-Legier too much, but she's another good quality big. And right there, we get a block off the West, and it's going to remain Griffin's ball. And Coach Trevor Walter of the West takes a timeout.
Takes a timeout, and as Al and I were talking about throughout this first half of play, it's really been all Halifax West, but now you're seeing the Halifax Grammar Griffins starting to get something going thanks to the ball handling ability of Ella Hoyt to create some space, and not only create some space, but also feed it to her teammates as well.
Yeah, it was 29-15 after the first quarter, and quick little 4-2 run for Grammar. It's just inching away, but that's you'll take what you can get against this Halifax West powerhouse team. But again, the last time these two teams played, just 2 weeks ago on February 3rd, it was a 1-point win for the West here against Grammar School. And let's talk a little bit about Halifax Grammar School. So they were 10-2 in league play, both losses coming to Halifax West. In the playoffs, they had a 67-57 win over Dartmouth High and a 74-61 win over Citadel High in the semifinal to punch their ticket to the city final. Grammar also, actually, they weren't perfect 4 for 4. They won 4 tournaments: the Grammar Classic on their home court, the Case National Championship, which they co-hosted with Armbray here, the Grey Cup tournament in Prince Edward Island, and the Salute the Troops tournament down in Maine. And they were a runner-up in the North Nova tournament, losing in the final to Grammar School. So 31-3 overall in the season, an incredible record, but all 3 losses coming to Halifax West.
And we talked about early on in the broadcast, Halifax West, they have been very successful in this Metro League division, but that provincial title is still in their foresights of trying to be provincial champs. It's always very tough to do at this level. You compete with such great schools, but they have the talent and veteran experience to do so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Davignon goes ahead a couple, and that's now 4 points for Davignon. I haven't seen so much of that outside shooting ability yet, but I'm sure that will be yet to come.
Well, they haven't needed it yet. They've had 3 other players combined to hit 5 threes. And the 5-out style of the West, again, you never know which way the attack's coming from.
Had a little bit of space just offline for Sancton.
Both Sancton sisters out there right now at the top. Abby number 9, Molly number 4.
Logan guarded tightly, just trying to find a little bit of room, and Fournier Smith the rebound. Sancton back out to Sancton to the corner. That's good.
Sister, nice connection. And Molly Sancton with her second 3 of the game. It's down to an 11-point lead.
And there's another corner left open. That's too much space for Ava Parker. Second made 3 of the game.
Yeah, you're really seeing the full package from the West. It's getting a little repetitive, but this 5-out style, drive and kick, defense collapses, somebody's open, and they can all shoot it.
Fournier Smith gets called on the charge, and that's 3 fouls for Fournier Smith, and that's critical.
She knows. She's going straight to the bench. Good defensive play. I believe that was McLean on the other end of that, who took the charge. But either way, big-time defensive play, and that's a bit of a backbreaker in this second quarter for Grammar just when they had some momentum.
As McNutt putting the Halifax Grammar Griffins in skates with that
Look at the
move.
West bench right now.
They really hyped up for that one. Williams, unfortunate recipient of that ankle breaker. Future Husky McLean trying to pass out to her teammate Parker.
Good job, though, and I want to give some credit to Isla Williams because the whole gym oohed and awed when she went down, but she got right back up. She cut off McNutt once. McNutt got the ball back, made a tough shot, and then able to get the stop. Good defense by Williams. Oh, and she was ready to shoot that, but had a heel out of bounds.
That was a heads-up play from Hoyt, too, to see that the transition defense for Halifax West wasn't set and ready, so using that speed to give her teammate a chance. Unfortunate for Williams, just touched out of bounds.
As Lyric LePage is checking back in, her grandmother is watching in the YouTube comments from Moncton, New Brunswick, and cheering on Lyric. That's awesome to see.
It was a good drive by McLean. Good look at it, but just too much sauce on it. And then that almost came up with a steal, and Halifax West responds with a steal.
Well, even when they're not right in front of you, you're feeling the pressure. They're so quick to surround and force turnovers that even when you think even when you are open, you think that they're about to come steal the ball from you, and you're just a little sped up in your decision making.
And for the Griffins, they're just a couple big shots away from cutting into this deficit, and turnovers like that are not going to help, as McLean has been stealing it left and right all evening.
Yeah, she's been really good so far today. Davignon on the drive, no.
Second chance opportunity, hands it off to McNutt, who get too strong again. Warriors not hitting their shots right now towards the end of this second quarter. We're halfway through it. Good pass out, too strong. Offensive rebound, did get blocked. Another chance. He's going short, but you have to love the effort that the Griffins are putting in to try and get more opportunities after opportunities. This is like the fifth one they've had. And finally, after all of that, they get the make from Sancton.
Yeah, you called it. That was 5 attempts. Just kept crashing the offensive glass, and you can see Grammar is not going down without a fight here. It's back down to a 12-point game.
Sancton up to 8 points for the Griffins. Logan made one early from around that range, does it again. And then a timeout called immediately after you thought maybe the Griffins would get some momentum. You have Olivia Logan coming in with her second made 3 of the game.
Yeah, it seems every time the Griffins have an answer, the West Warriors do something loud out there. They're hitting big threes, they're getting steals, they're breaking ankles. Grammar keeps working, keeps chipping away, getting offensive rebounds. They've had some three-point attempts themselves, but ultimately all the momentum here, and it is a home court game obviously for the Warriors. Packed house here at Halifax West, and the Warriors really thriving off that energy, and you can tell they're playing for their seniors. I think LePage is only the sixth player we've seen in, but they do have some good talent on their bench that's ready to step up next year. But everybody knows it's about those 5 grade 12 seniors: McNutt, Parker, Davignon, McLean, and Logan. All 5 have committed to AUS programs, which is so impressive. Parker and Logan head into UMB to play for Coach Aaron McLeenan and the UMB Reds. Ava McNutt up to Antigonish to play for Coach Matt Spencer and the St. FX women. Maria Davignon will join her brother Gabe on Coach Len Harvey's team. Well, Gabe doesn't play for Len Harvey's team, but joined him at Acadia. Interestingly, Gabe played at Halifax Grammar School for his high school career, so a little bit of a family stakes for the Davignons in this one as well. And finally, last but not least, Allie McLean headed up the road to St. Mary's, joining the two-time defending champs.
Just across the street from Grammar High School, so already very close-knit group here. There's a runner just no good by Hoyt. There's another chance, and there you're seeing the prowess from Sancton doing her damage inside where most of that first quarter is outside.
And you can see a focus. Wow.
A heck of a play. Olivia Logan.
No, that was Allie McLean, yeah.
Yep, okay, check that.
It's one of those things, you never know who's going to be the lead scorer for Halifax West or who's going to be the second lead scorer. Even when Logan's having big games, McLean is equally capable of hitting threes as we've seen, but also tough drives to the rim and finishing with either hand.
And Zoe Hunter coming in for the Griffins for the first time tonight.
Zoe, talented grade 10. Has had some nice production throughout the season.
Hunter is open, overshoots it, and it will be Warriors basketball.
That can be tough, though. Your first second within checking in, you put up a tough corner three. Sometimes you got to feel the basketball a little bit, get some rhythm before you knock down your first attempt.
The most impressive part so far for Halifax West is not only the display of scoring, but their defense has been suffocating, able to come up with steals. They're probably up to about 10 steals at this point, the way they've been able to take it. But there's a rebound from Sancton. Up ahead. So Hunter recently checked in, trying to get down the post, but again, good hands from McLean. Open from the corner, no for Hoyt. Here's a rebound, almost miss. Sancton fighting for another chance, can't come up with it.
Yeah, we're seeing a huge discrepancy in offensive rebounding favoring the Griffins, but their capitalizing rate has not been as high as you'd like.
Hoyt, guarded by Logan. Go back to Abby Sancton and immediately turn over Logan with the steal. Does have numbers if she wants it. Decides to give a little hand off to Davignon. That's two. Unselfish play from Logan.
The West making it look easy, and there's another steal.
And a great pass up ahead to Davignon, trying to go back-to-back points. No. Followed up by her teammate, Lyric LePage.
First two of the night for LePage. The young lefty gets on the scoreboard, and you see the West pressure. So they bring two players up, like it's a 2-3 zone that they extend all the way to half court. So when you cross half court, you are immediately trapped by two players. Of course, you can't go backwards. The pass you see first is to the sideline, but as we've seen so many times, whoever's down on the wing is aggressive, attacking, getting deflections, stealing the basketball. As we get a look here at some action.
Get some of the replays here of this first half. The extra effort that you've seen from the Griffins trying to chip into this lead that Halifax West has had since the opening tip. And you see the play there from McLean. Again, here the defense, a good play from Logan here to give the drop pass to Davignon. And then you'll see probably the follow-up for LePage, who was able to end it with 2 points before the timeout was called.
Yeah, it's been just a clinic by Halifax West, up 19 here, and anytime, Grammar's cut the lead down to 12 or even 10, the Warriors answer with a big play. But this is a good, experienced Grammar team. We've seen them find some things that work, getting the ball into the post. Unfortunately, Fournier Smith sidelined right now with 3 fouls. Offensive rebounding's been working well for them. We'll see how they respond.
Hoyt trying to create some space on the page. Find out to the newly checked in White. White down to Hoyt. Some defense that does leave a man open. No. They've had those looks a few times, haven't been able, but again, the offensive rebounding in the second quarter for Halifax Grammar has been very impressive.
As Zoe Hunter gets that one to drop, but right back at you. Maria Davignon running right-handed layup lines. It's a problem. You have no time to celebrate baskets, and with this Grammar team really going hard for defensive rebounds, they've got to be sure to get 2 players back as well.
And McLean with the rebound up to the page to Logan. Logan deciding to use some of the fancy footwork. And the foul goes against the Griffins, and Logan will go to the free throw line for 2.
I mean, she's already attempted 6 free throws, made 5, and that's really tough footwork. Driving left, stepping right, bouncing back out to the left, putting it up with the right. And Logan hits that one, as you mentioned, averaging over 27 points, 12 rebounds per game on the campaign. Just a phenomenal athlete. Jumps a little on the free throw and doesn't get that one to drop. Now 6 for 8 on the night. I'll count up her points at halftime. I can't count that high right now.
I think it's 16 points. It could be off. I think it's 16. Hoyt, heck of a pass.
Oh, baby.
It's a highlight level pass from Hoyt to White.
Really nice. Ella Hoyt breaking down the defender and, selling that with her eyes that she was going to the basket. Smart move by White to back cut, and easy 2.
That to Logan. And still going through all those defenders and able to pick up her own miss. Throws it up. No.
10 seconds. Potentially the last shot for the Griffins here.
5 seconds. A shot before the first time. That's good by Hoyt. Right before the buzzer. Now the chance to just chuck it up. Doesn't get it off in time. And even though currently right now Halifax West up by 16, it's still not over yet, as this scrappy Halifax Grammar team is putting a little bit of show here in the second quarter, showing their effort, but they still have a lot more to come. And we do have a lot more coming up with halftime, as we'll go through a little bit of this analysis along with an interview that should be coming up here shortly. But as we do wait for the interview, we'll just talk a little bit about this first half for both teams. Again, you see the score here, 48-32, and really the player to note is Halifax West Warriors. But before we get into that, we'll do a quick interview.
Okay.
All right, we're joined now by Allie McLean of the Halifax West. Allie, big game, obviously, championship level atmosphere. You're up 16 points. What do you like about what the team did well in that first half?
We're just all over everything on defense. We're getting lots of tips, lots of steals, and then we're executing on the offensive side when we get those tips and steals.
Okay, I believe this is your 4th time playing against Grammar this year, and
yeah.
Each matchup they've gotten a little bit closer,
yeah.
But you guys seem to have recognized that. What can you say about this matchup against Grammar School and how you're trying to attack them and improve after just beating them by 1 a couple weeks ago?
We know all these girls. We played against these girls our whole lives. We know what they can do. We know what each person is good at, and we're just really focusing on stopping each person's individual strengths.
Okay, what's one adjustment you think you need to make in the second half?
I don't think we need to make any adjustments. We're up 16 at half. That's a good place to be. I think we just need to keep going how we're going and not drop off.
Right on. Thank you, Allie. Good luck in the second
you.
half, and excited to see you in a Huskies uniform next season.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. We'll be right back with the second half and some more highlights. You're watching live coverage of the Nova Scotia Sports Metro League Championship Final on Eastlink YouTube, powered by Maritime Athletic Profiles. Great. All right, we're back now with assistant coach of the Grammar Griffins, Sophia Widmeyer. Sophia, tough first half against a very good team. What's one adjustment you have to make in the second half?
Yeah, just take care of the ball. Like, no turnovers. You gotta be like brave. Was what the word that we used. Like, brave. Take it to them. Take care of it, and yeah, just want the ball. A lot of them are not wanting the ball right now, and everyone should want the ball on that team because everyone can score it, and take it to them. Yeah.
Good enough. Good luck in the second half, Coach Widmeyer.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I'm just going to keep the mic on. I'm going to come back with some highlights and want to give a big thank you to Sophia Widmeyer and Allie McLean of Halifax West for jumping on with us. But, yeah, I mean, Sophia said right there they just need to want the ball, not be intimidated out there. And as we see a look at some highlights, Maria Davignon getting to the hoop. Grammar has had some luck from beyond the arc. That was Molly Sankton knocking down a three, but responding right back was Ava Parker with a three. Grammar also finding some success inside on the offensive glass as Molly Sankton puts that one up, but Olivia Logan has had an answer pretty much every time, and the Halifax West defense has just been swarming all game as we're set to begin the second half.
No, that's really been the story for Halifax West is, yes, they've been performing at a high level, scoring all three phases, but it's all been due to the fact they've been able to have this full court press and get steals and good help side defense. And for the Griffins, with that help side defense that Halifax West has provided when they have gone to the offensive side, that has left open shooters for the Griffins. So they need to capitalize that a bit more to get back into this game, as they have the opportunities, and the lead's only by 16, so if you get a couple of threes, a couple points and stops, I know it's tough to ask for the Griffins, but it is possible. We'll go down to the post for McNutt, and going to be taking the foul is Williams, and that's Williams first.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's part of what Coach Widmeyer said. Want the ball a little more, be a little more aggressive, go after those passes. You know, see if you can get some of the steals that the West are getting.
And that's just a tough make from McNutt. McNutt had 6 points in that first half, now goes up with 8 after that basket.
Well, and that's a beautiful baseline inbound as well. That's one thing. You see a team like the West that are kind of playing a style that one might call chaotic, a lot of pressuring. Doesn't look like they're running that many sets on offense, but their baseline, sideline, out-of-bounds plays are really tight. And you can see the defensive pressure continue.
Yeah, they're putting a double team on Hoyt to get the ball out of her hands quickly. And Hoyt, after getting double team misses, has a chance that gets fouled from behind by Logan. Logan picks up her second.
Hoyt doing the smart thing there. Sometimes when you're a primary ball handler and they're face guarding you, you just need to make smart cuts. McNutt, I don't know if there was some contact there that caused her to go down or not, but Hoyt on the free throw line knocks down the first.
I think this is one of the first times we've seen Halifax Grammar go to the free throw line.
The very first. If they were there, they missed both.
Yes.
So that was their first made free throw of the game. I think we may have seen Molly Sankton go 0 for 2.
I think that's correct. It would be very odd if they didn't as we start this second half, and a travel.
So again, Grammar, you know, you can tell that they've made some defensive adjustments. It's what they're going to do offensively, especially breaking this full court press.
Give the extra pass. We'll see how they adjust. Williams guarded tightly, hands it off quickly to Legere. Hoyt with the spin move. A lot of bodies, a lot of patience, throws it up.
Yeah,
Rebound McNutt.
Hoyt saw Legere open for a split second, but the West quickly closed that off, and Hoyt had nowhere to go with the ball but to shoot it.
And Davignon, one of the first times we've seen her try to take a three-point shot. That does not work, but anything inside the three-point arc has gone very well for Davignon.
Well, and how impressive is it? That's 10 points for her now. That's the 4th time this game that we've seen a West player miss a three, track down their own offensive rebound, and put it up and in. Olivia Logan did it twice, Davignon right there, and I believe Allie McLean did it as well in that first half. So, you know, that old adage, follow your shot. Sometimes that's something you coach into players at a young age, and sometimes that gets coached out by system where, you know, get back on defense. That's not your role. We have people who are going after offensive rebounds, but the fact of the matter is nobody knows where a shot's going to go better than the person who shot it.
Just as you said, Alan highlighted beautifully, it's a mentality, and Halifax West is going the other way with it. And Davignon trying to go up to 12. He went halfway in and out of the cup. Good chance, but intercepted by McLean. As McLean was talked to Allen at halftime, and the way they're playing is, I don't think we need to make any adjustments, and the results speak for themselves.
Yeah, I like that. And she also said, you know, we talked a little bit about how this was the fourth matchup between these two teams this year. In the first half, we said each game got closer than the last. The first one, the West won by 26. The second one, the West won by 8. And the last one 2 weeks ago on February 3rd, the West won by a single point. So you'd say Grammar's getting closer and closer. They might be figuring some stuff out. But Ali said, no, you know, we know them. We've played with them. We've played against them. Ella Hoyt was her teammate on the Basketball Nova Scotia Provincial team this past summer. They know each other's games, and it's just a matter of making shots and executing. And the West is doing that at a high level right now.
And also not panicking, too, because when you have that help side pressure, you have to make sure you don't force a shot up or throw in a turnover. And that's a big shot made from Ava Parker. The third three-pointer made by Parker. And a timeout call here on the floor.
And Coach Carly Yepes calls a timeout. And I'm going to use this one to talk about the Grammar coaching staff because I think they're really special. You've got 4 women over there who all played U Sports basketball, high-level basketball. Carly Yepes, their head coach, played with the UPI Panthers 5 years, a couple years off from 2016 to 2023. Originally, she's from Quito, Ecuador. Played for the junior national team there, but was an AUS second-team All-Star with the Panthers, won a bronze medal at the U Sports level back in 2020. And a 2-time champion in the MWBA, the Maritime Women's Basketball Association with the Halifax Thunder. Interestingly, she's making a career transition in that league as well. She's going to coach the Halifax Hornets this upcoming season in the MWBA. So staying around the game. She also works full-time now at Basketball Nova Scotia. Love to see that. Justine Colley-Legier, what can we even say? We inducted her into the St. Mary's Athletics Hall of Fame a couple months ago, but the all-time leading scorer in Canadian University basketball, averaged over 25 points per game through her Huskies career, 2-time Nan Cope Award winner as the National Player of the Year, and a 4-time All-Canadian U Sports bronze and silver medalist, just one of the greatest players ever to come out of Halifax, East Preston to be specific, man or woman. Sophia Widmeyer, who I chatted about, was an AUS All-Star in her senior season with the St. Mary's Huskies, AUS champion, also played at Providence and New Hampshire in NCAA Division I. And last but not least, Anna Parsons played with the Dalhousie Tigers here locally. So it's so great to see, you know, the West coaching staff is obviously also amazing, but for these young women to be coached by young women who have been there, played at a really high level at U Sports, and are so quick to give back to the game that brought them so many opportunities.
In order to be great, you have to have the greatness of others, and you have a coaching staff with that type of mentorship and ability. It's such a huge boost for this team. And as we get back to live action, Logan with a miss and a tie-up, fight for it, jump ball.
Even though Logan missed that layup, that shows some of what makes her so special as a player. She got a tough, contested defensive rebound, drove the entire length of the court, weaving through traffic and able to get a look at a right-handed layup.
Sancton to White. Back to the other Sancton. They'll go down the post and feed to Hoyt. Good step through. That's 2. That's good footwork from Hoyt.
Yeah, Ella Hoyt continues to be a bright spot. 13 points now to lead the Griffins.
And blocked, but foul and three-point shot, and that is just tough.
That is tough.
Second foul picked up for Maddie White.
Yeah, she got a little bit of wrist, but, you know, Parker's low shooting form kind of benefited her on that one because she was able to bring her hand up through the foul. If she shot that ball a little bit higher, Hunter might have gotten all ball. And, I mean, Ava Parker, give a shout out. Her dad, Phil, is one of the assistants with the West. But you can see she's got a specific skill that will immediately transfer to the next level. That's her three-point shooting ability. But also the pressure D that she's been able to play throughout her career with Halifax West. I know that that's going to also help her fit right in at UMB.
We talk about this coaching staff for Halifax West. Of course, we have one of the legends on there, Courtney Donaldson, on the roster.
Another former St. Mary's Husky, SMU teammate of Sophia Widmeyer. So I think they've gone back and forth a couple times. I know they've gone back and forth in practice and games, but also on the opposing team benches in their matchups this season.
Nothing like a friendly rivalry between two former teammates, now coaches. And White with a quick handoff to Hoyt. White was open there for a moment, but again, this tenacious defense for Halifax West, but they've overcommitted, and that's the opportunities they need to have here, the Griffins, that space and help defense. If you're able to stay calm and make that extra pass, you get points out of it.
Calm is a perfect word there. I thought Abby Sankton was really calm navigating that screen and roll, took a beat, threw a fake in there, and allowed Fournier Smith to open up for the easy two.
And Devin Yon, who's been pretty good from that range, battling with Fournier Smith, and a jump ball to the ground. And Fournier Smith unfortunately picked up those 3 quick fouls in the first half, and her presence has been sorely missed for the Griffins. And
yeah, but I mean, we're seeing her make a presence, and look, that's a basketball play. I will say, Ava McNutt's taken a couple hard falls in this game. I hope she's okay. I mean, she's sticking in there. She's a tough customer, but that's 2 times now she's fallen on the ground back first. So
sometimes basketball, got to put your body on the line, and she's been definitely doing it for her teammates today.
Well, and she'll have over a week to rest up before provincials next week. I believe they're at Horton High. Someone might be able to confirm that for me. I know they were the West region, I believe. So.
And that was just, I think, slightly deflected, and that gives a chance for Parker to go for 2. Actually, the first make from Parker, that's inside the 3-point line. And White takes a tough shot, tries to tip it back out to her teammate. McNutt comes up with it with that 50-50 ball. Good ball movement again. They'll go to Parker, who uses a left hand. Just can't get that to go all the way down. Rebounded by Sankton.
It's great ball movement, though. You wonder how often they're running 3-on-2, 2-on-1 drills the way they break out on 3-on-2s all game long. And you can see why right now. And Logan, it seems like oh my goodness. Oh
no way, Logan. I didn't think that had a chance of going in as she was falling down. Just had enough touch with the right hand and finesse. What a play by Logan. That's a highlight reel play. Highlight reel play for sure.
And again, another one where she got the contested rebound. I was just going to praise her on something that seems silly and fundamental, but her ability to always have her eyes up.
And a heck of an and one response by Hoyt.
Oh yeah, we got some highlights. Stars are making star plays on both ends. As there's the end of that, you see the emotion from Fournier Smith as Ella Hoyt gets the and one to drop. At some point when we get a break, we need to see another look at that last Olivia Logan. And it looks like we're going to get...
We might have a chance.
No, we're just going to get some subs here. But, yeah, okay. Here we go. So that's the very end, a smooth spinning finish with the right hand by Olivia Logan. But even the way she got that contested rebound, dribbled up court. At one point, I thought she was going to try to make a Hail Mary pass. She's got her eyes up. She's looking down at her teammates, making the defense think she's not even thinking about driving.
And Logan didn't think that was going to go in, but it does. Logan already with 3 3-pointers made, and she was quiet, so that acrobatic layup finish for Logan, those are her first 2 points of the second half, and following up with a 3. So she's already got 5 in this third quarter.
Up to 21 points in the game now, and there's another steal. She is showing the total package right now.
Showing why she's one of the most top recruits in all of Nova Scotia. McLean making space. Couldn't finish with Fournier Smith for the rebound. Hoyt got pushed. Is now the Halifax West lead up by 24.
I think the West bench might have helped them earn that foul call. And both teams want to huddle up. The West bench was really letting the officials hear that coming up court. But, yeah, I mean, give some credit here to Ella Hoyt. And Grammar in general, they've, well, they were down 16 at half, so the lead has grown a little bit, but Hoyt has been tremendous. 6 points for her already in this second half.
And just offline with that free throw. But yeah, Hoyt, she has done a great job with creating opportunities for her teammates. Because yes, she's been an effective scorer, but to give her teammate open looks has been so valuable. Even though they probably not have capitalized on many of the looks that they've had, you still have to love what she's been able to do. As Logan, that is a deep three-point make for Logan. Just starting to heat up, and it didn't take very long. 8 points in the third quarter.
She is simply taking over in this third quarter. In the last 2 minutes specifically, she has done everything.
Trying to close in on that third straight league championship title. As Fournier Smith gets fouled. Going to go against Davignon.
Again, second chance points for Grammar if they can take advantage from the line here.
And Chanel Rodriguez-Cooper checking in for Halifax West has
given Logan her first breather, I believe, of the game. She might have had a 30-second one in the first half, but we've only seen the West play 6 players up until now. But I like Rodriguez-Cooper. Grade 10 forward, has a little bit of size, averaging 4 points, 3 rebounds per game. But in a game I saw against Armbray, she really stepped up and made some big plays and helped them out against Armbray, which, like Grammar, has a bigger front court. So Rodriguez-Cooper was able to get involved on the glass and interior.
Off that miss from Fournier Smith is given a chance. Tip down bounce in favor for the Griffins. That is another and one opportunity for Hoyt. That's 2 in this third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if that was on a switch or what. It's been Olivia Logan guarding Ella Hoyt. No, that wasn't even a switch, so that's just a bad matchup, and Hoyt recognized it. LePage, talented guard, but Hoyt has some serious size on her and was able to get her on a post seal. I think the West coaching staff is getting warned right now. They've been quite vocal in this second half. You know, they're up 24, but those guys run guys and girls. Trevor Walter, Phil Parker, Jonathan Bell, Courtney Donaldson. They have high expectations of their team, and you don't win 3 straight city titles without expecting the best every single day.
10 points already in the third quarter for Ella Hoyt, up to 20 for herself, along with a few assists. That's a steal by Hoyt. Doing it all for her team, trying to carry it, go all the way, coast to coast, step by step. Hoyt now with 22 points.
And if I'm correct, she has all but 2 of their points in this second half, so she has 12 points in this third quarter already.
Unbelievable performance, and the defense deflection by Maddie White. And this is what you want if you're the coaching staff for the Grammar Griffins, just possession by possession, playing with hustle and effort, and also having your lead player in Ella Hoyt carrying the team a little bit here.
Yeah, and you know, a little 4-0 run, and look who's back in the game, Olivia Logan. Short rest for her. As I said, you got to be executing to get minutes for Trevor Walter's team. She did it again.
Yeah, got fouled. No call, though. It looked like there was some contact there.
Tripped up there. I don't know if she had full control. You know, she might have already been, her momentum may have already been carrying her down when she got that rebound. As we take another look here, I don't hate the call.
No. Yeah.
You know, she's certainly has not been shy. She's gone to the free throw line, I believe, 9 times already today. So, you know, I think she's gotten a pretty fair whistle.
Yeah, they're just giving it to Hoyt and help defense, but it's leaving White open. An extra chance for St. Denis, as you have Parker coming up with it.
Grammer's getting good looks.
What the move from Logan. She knew that, so Hoyt was there, standing there, and thought, okay, I might get the charge. And the footwork from Logan said, nuh-uh, and that's a turnover for the Griffins.
Yeah, her footwork's really impressive. Again, we've seen her finish with the right. We've seen her finish with the left. We've seen her spin. We've seen her Euro step. We've seen her side step. We've seen a little bit of everything.
No, she's been in her bag tonight,
from
100%.
Olivia Logan. And again, another play there where, even though Grammer has numbers, the pressure that the West is putting on them all game long forces them to rush things and turn the basketball over.
And that's, as you highlighted, Alan, that's a mentality that is coaching this team, and it starts at a young age, but they are relentless. It does not matter what the score is. They've been playing with the same level of intensity since the start of this game.
Well, next stoppage, I'll talk a little bit more about this West coaching staff and the journey they've been on. It's really incredible stuff over the last 3 years with this group. Possibly 4. They may have had some of these players in grade 9s.
And that is a highlight play. Lyric LePage, who had those 2 points in the first half, and I know her family's watching. I'm sure that's going to put a smile on her grandmother's face.
Yeah, Crafty Stitchaway cheering in Moncton, and a couple others have weighed in on the YouTube comments cheering for the West and Lyric. Really tough finish. I'm excited to see Lyric LePage and Chanel Rodriguez-Cooper and some of the other players. I know I got to mention Shyla Bayers, Callie McRae, Peyton Horn, Claire Conrad. With the West graduating their 5 starters who play almost every minute of the game, there's going to be a big opportunity for some of those girls to step up next year.
It's a make from Abby Sankton. First points today for her, and that's a big one. Again, you're going to need some of your others to step up here late, as they only have another quarter to try and make this a game, even though it's been tough from Logan doing it all.
I haven't mentioned Ava McNutt was the Defensive Player of the Year in high school last year. I don't see a reason why she wouldn't be again this year.
And Fournier Smith, patient, was waiting for the delivery from her teammate. Drives right in, only a 20-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. Again, it really was the show that was put on by Ella Hoyt in that third quarter. And then late in the game, Olivia Logan was starting to heat up, had 10 points, alone all the way up to 26 total for the game.
No, absolutely. As we take a look here at some replays, you can see Grammer just feeling that pressure, but Ella Hoyt has done a good job, and the second chance opportunities continue to be there. You see some good leadership there from Olivia Logan, though, patting her teammate on the back, saying no worries. Here it's Davignon getting her own offensive rebound and finishing with a little righty hook. And here Ava McNutt, last year's Defensive Player of the Year. I was just going to say, she's been doing a tremendous job pressuring the ball. In other games, I've seen Isla Williams, and she's a really gifted ball handler and passer, but she hasn't really made an impact today, has not scored. I don't even know if she's taken a shot, Isla Williams, because Ava McNutt has made things so difficult for her just bringing the ball up the court. A couple times we've seen Williams, stop her dribble 40 feet away from the hoop, and that's something you never want your point guard to do. But yeah, just some great basketball on both sides. I do want to chat a little bit about the West. So Coach Trevor Walter took over as coach in the 2019-2020 season right before the COVID pandemic. And, his team was not very good at the time. They were going to be a Division II team. But ever since the freshman class came in 2022, Logan, McNutt, Davignon, McLean, and Parker.
And that's 5 quick points already for Abby Sankton.
All they've done is win. They had 5 rookie starters 2 years ago, finished 38-4, won the city, silver medal at Provincials. Last year the same, and we'll see if this is the year that, win the city championship for the 3rd straight year. Can they get that proverbial monkey off their back and lift the banner at the Provincial Championship?
And you're talking about Isla Williams has taken a shot. That might have been her first shot that she's taken all game.
Yeah,
so
I think it was.
Asking you get here.
Yeah, and I don't think Ava McNutt was guarding her at that time. West putting in a big lineup right now.
Yeah.
With Fournier Smith and Legier. Hoyt and Sankton both have some height as well.
Yeah, there you go with Fournier Smith.
Yeah, when she's been on, she's been a good pick and roll threat. She's just been navigating foul trouble. See if she can stick on the court in this fourth quarter.
Again, there's almost a steal come up with it, Fournier Smith, but that still works. That's a turnover in favor of Halifax Grammar.
Good start to begin this fourth quarter for the Griffins.
Open for Hoyt. Hoyt capitalizes from distance.
How about a quick 7-0 run, Connor? In a minute, the Grammar School have gone on a 7-0 run to cut it down to a 13-point deficit.
And they're only a basket away potentially from cutting it down to 10. But they'll have to get a stop here on the defensive end. That has been tough.
Shot clock's low here.
Logan just going to have to throw it up. Decides to give it back out to her teammate McNutt. Gets blocked. It's stuffed. Here comes the Griffins soaring down. The teammate open. Hesitates. Goes in. A 9-0 run to open up the fourth quarter for the Griffins.
It's down to an 11-point game. Surprised the West haven't called a timeout here, but Coach Trevor Walters saying, I'll give you one more possession to figure something out.
A great on-ball defense. Tough shot by McNutt. No chance. Fournier Smith, unselfish play. Gets someone up on the air.
It's going to be a travel.
And a travel four that killed a little bit of momentum, but still only 11-point lead for the Warriors. This is what we wanted to see from the Griffins. They made a couple of changes, got a bigger lineup, and really good passing to start that have created these open shots.
And look who's full court pressing now, the Griffins.
Trying to give the Warriors a little bit of taste of their own medicine.
Absolutely.
You can see the fan base and the family here for Halifax Grammar starting to turn up the noise here. That was almost a heck of a make from McLean, but was out of bounds when she touched it, so another turnover.
Yeah, didn't reestablish herself in the court, so this run looks to continue, and you can see they're going offense for defense with Victoria Fournier-Smith and Maddie White. I know part of that is because of Fournier-Smith's foul trouble, but I also think they like the quickness that Maddie White brings them when they're full court pressing.
And speaking of quick, McNutt with a quick turnover, and that just missed by Parker. And Hoyt up ahead is a 2-on-1 favor of the defense. Good pass out to Sancton. No, just in and out.
That was an incredible pass by Hoyt. I did not see that angle at all.
No, but 20/20 vision from Hoyt. And Davignon had a wide open express lane for the layup and cuts that run.
Wow. And Ava McNutt nearly forced another turnover. I was going to say, the West is obviously Grammar's on a run right now, and they're getting good shots, but the West are getting good shots in their own right, just not finishing right now. Until that last finish by Davignon.
Still a 9-2 run in favor of the Griffins, and a foul is going to be called against Parker.
Yeah, got her on a little hand check. I don't think anybody from the West is currently in foul trouble, and that's the first foul of this quarter, but always something we got to keep an eye on in a...
Davignon with 3.
Okay.
That's the only one that I can see that has foul trouble. They said we keep track of. Open look for Sancton. That is good. That is now a 10-point lead, a 12-2 run as the Griffins are just rolling. And those are the first points for Molly Sancton in the second half. Did have 10 in the first half. Down to Logan. Logan, a lot of contact, nothing. Good discipline on the defensive end for the Griffins. Good bounce pass ahead. That's an open look, and that's capitalized. Now it is single digits for the Griffins.
Back-to-back threes for the Sancton sisters, and the West still not calling a timeout.
Interesting strategy. We'll see if it pays off for Halifax West. I think you got that reference.
Yeah.
It's a bold strategy. So up by Logan, missed, foul, tipped, and goes in favor.
And again, the West is getting good looks on offense. That was a floater for the league MVP who's got 24 points on the day or something, but she just put it a little long, and now chance for the Griffins to continue cutting into this lead.
This is when tensions start to rise. Hoyt, wide open lane, now cuts it within 5 points.
Ella Hoyt has been tremendous in this second half.
This is what the finals are all about. Halifax West would obviously be a favorite in this, but Grammer is giving it all here, and Logan gets blocked, fights for it. If Sancton comes up with it, does have a man up ahead. Fournier Smith gets fouled in the entry.
Basket will not count, but that's now 3 team fouls against Halifax West in this quarter, and we're not even 5 minutes in. And, you know, in finals games, in 5-point games in the fourth quarter, you got to keep an eye on that foul number. The West just 2 fouls away from the penalty.
And keep in mind, folks, the end of the third quarter, it was a 20-point lead for Halifax West. Fournier Smith, it was a little bit of a rough pass too far to the right. They'll go back to Fournier Smith, who is surveying and looking. Wide open man from the corner. That is too open for Sancton. You betcha! Are you kidding me? Halifax Grammer cuts it within 2.
What a game, Connor. What a run by Halifax West as they go over the bench. They knocked over the bench. They're so excited. But let's take a look here at some of the action. This was the only 2 points that the West have scored in this quarter. They've been outscored 20-2. There was a little touch foul, but it's been the 3-point shooting of the Sancton sisters. Abby that was Molly with an absolute moon ball. Here is Abby right after off the nice driving kick from Ella Hoyt. And here, as the shot clock was getting low, oh no, that's the previous play, but a nice drive by Hoyt on this last play. That's great post defense by Legier. Logan is getting banged around a little bit down low. I'm sure she'd like a call. That was a foul, no basket. But on this one, shot clock was getting low. Look at them move the ball around the perimeter. All 5 players touched it, and another corner 3 from Molly Sancton to cut it to a 2-point game.
And Fournier Smith, too, on that last 3, had a heck of a screen to keep Sancton open the entire time in the corner. And unbelievably here, folks, we have a 2-point game. And the way Halifax is playing for those first 3 quarters, intensity, turnover, steals, transition offense, or half-court offense and half-court defense have been solid. But so far, they made adjustments in the fourth quarter, and a lot of it has been because of the facilitation from Hoyt. She has been tremendous and has scored at a high level, but she has made some passes here tonight that put your jaw all the way down the floor. And we'll see how this comes out of the timeout. And that is a big shot out of the timeout for the Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely. They got it to their top 3-point shooter of the day, Ava Parker, making her 4th triple. Big time shot to stop that run and push it back up to 5.
The Griffins, that is a tough shot by Sancton, just threw it up, but I think a Warrior may have gotten a piece of it on the way up. Logan with the runner. Too strong, gets her own miss, a lot of bodies, throws it up, and you could have argued that could have been a foul in favor of Logan.
Yeah, and Logan's so good at tracking down her own rebound and finishing, sometimes off balance. Tremendous.
Griffins, defense, interior, strong. Griffins still have a chance. They try to touch it, no, turnover.
Well, you know, the supporting cast for both teams have been so good all day, but this really is turning into a little bit of a Ella Hoyt versus Olivia Logan showdown on who the top player is in Metro Girls City Basketball. As we take a look here out of the press, nice find from Davignon as Parker. No hesitation, catch and shoot 3. Again, that low release point, but she's ready to shoot it every time, and here you see Logan track down her own rebound, and with that, a quick 5-0 run coming out of the timeout forces the Griffins to take a timeout of their own.
And that's so critical, too, when you're coming out of a timeout, just to get a good look or at least an opportunity to extend the lead. And when we're approaching 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter, that 5-0 run can make a huge difference because, again, the Griffins had all the momentum in this fourth quarter. They're outscoring this Halifax West team 20-7, which is remarkable, but they're still haven't able to tie it or even take the lead. And give credit to Halifax West, again, with all that veteran presence, all that senior starting lineup that are moving on to the next level. They know how to close out games. It's one of the reasons why they won multiple league titles.
Yeah, And we should mention both of these teams are going to provincials, and
Yes.
this very well could be a rematch in a week, a little over a week, for the provincial championship title. So, fourth matchup between the two teams. They've been getting better and better, and we may very well see round 5 in the Valley to decide the provincial title. Buckle up, folks. 4 minutes left. It's going to be a fun finish.
Fasten your seatbelts. It could be a bumpy ride here inside the Halifax West Gymnasium.
It's loud here, too.
Oh, no, yeah, they're causing a ruckus out here. Pass out to the corner to Parker, who might be heating up. Rolls out. Rebounded by McNutt. Late foul whistle just right after, and McNutt will go to the free throw line for 2.
No, good call there, Rodney Myers. The baseline official saw that the whole way. Again, the offensive rebounding, we've talked a lot about Grammer's offensive rebounding tonight, but for the West to get these timely offensive rebounds while they're an undersized team has been impressive. Ava McNutt, just a great nose for the ball. And this is the first, though. McNutt, the St. FX X-Woman commit. Last year was the Metro Defensive Player of the Year. Also played for the Basketball Nova Scotia Under-17 team this past summer. 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
Those are some big misses that could...
Uncharacteristic, too. I saw her play a couple weeks ago. I believe she went 10 of 11 in their win against Armbrecht.
Hoyt, thinks she come up clutch for her team. Has been the go-to person down the stretch, along with Sancton sisters. Hoyt makes a drive, stays calm. Good pass inside of Fournier Smith. Uses her size and swatted away by Logan.
Big time block by Logan again. One of the...
And too much space for Parker, I was going to save.
Yeah. One of the special parts of Olivia Logan's game that's going to make her really good at the next level is that she has been playing as opposed to her whole career, but I mean, you can see she is dripping point guard skills. She will be a point guard at the next level, and she will be an immediate impact player in the AUS.
Sancton made that from earlier and does cut this within 4. She has been a big shot taker and maker.
Yeah, Molly Sancton now up to 19 points. That's a grade 10 out there, folks.
And all of her makes for Sancton have been 3-pointers in the second half. And Logan takes it. No. Throw up. That's a tough shot from Parker. Usually known for her sniping ability, but said, I have some finesse with the left hand too.
And another example of, the nose for the ball of these Halifax West guards. Parker was boxed out there, but able to get around the box out, track down that rebound on the long shot, and tough finish with the left. Push the lead back up to 6. We have a foul against the West. Not sure who it was against, but 4 team fouls now. 1 away from the penalty. That's something to keep an eye on.
Sancton with the inbound pass. Trying to find Hoyt. It goes off the fingertips, and that is a backcourt violation, as I believe that is McNutt, who has fell to the ground so many times. We'll have to keep a stat.
Another hard fall for her.
That's at least 2 that I've seen, but it's probably been more like 3 or 4.
And I don't think this was dirty, but
No.
I do think Hoyt got a hand up. Maybe not. Yeah, but, the hustle of Ava McNutt. Also, these West players have all played over 35 minutes.
Yes.
They've played a very tight 7-player rotation. LePage has probably had 6 or 7 minutes, and Rodriguez Cooper had a minute tops. These West players have left it all on the line, sacrificing their body, playing long minutes as they have all season.
Who wants it more? Halifax West with a 6-point lead. Grammer, they've had him a monumental comeback, and that's not going to help things. Hoyt picking up the foul with McNutt, who did go to the free throw line just moments ago. Missed both. We'll see if she can get a couple more here.
On the season, Ava McNutt averaging 13 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6 assists, and a whole lot of steals, too. I think you had...
Yep, 3.7 steals per game average.
Yeah, really impressive stats. McNutt's mom played soccer at Dal, and her dad was a varsity wrestler at Dal, so interesting that she ended up at St. FX. Good recruiting there by Matt Spencer, but Yeah, comes from an athletic family and able to make 2 free throws when it counts the most to push the lead back up to 8.
We have to rebel against our parents sometimes. We can't keep. Sometimes I want to keep the family tradition. As here we go late, less than 2 minutes to go. Hoyt open, no, rebounded by Leger. Open look for Sankton, no, just a little offline. Fighting for it, jump ball.
And it's going to be West ball. Grammer's going to press here, but that is a big tie-up by Logan to earn her team possession. And now it's time and score. You want to use some shot clock here if you're the West.
Good move from Logan. He's taking a few of those shots that haven't gone down as much as she's liked in this fourth quarter.
No, and that was a little early for me, but, you know, we'll see if they left too much time for Grammer to get something quick here.
Hoyt trying to get the foul called. Nope, that's a charge. And McLean picks it up. Huge play that could secure this one here late.
Yeah, tremendous play by McLean, and that's in help. Oh, nice. Great shot there by cameraman Melvin. I want to give a shout out to our Maritime athletic crew. We've got producers Liam and Clark, as well as Alex and Melvin on the cameras, doing a great job. And it's been a fun one to watch here on the Eastlink YouTube channel.
And a fun one about Allie McLean is you saw there seconds ago, had a huge charge that changed possessions in favor of Halifax West. She has picked up 18 charges heading into this one, so that is something to note is that she's able to do and will be doing in a Huskies uniform sooner rather than later. Yeah,
absolutely. And, you know, there's the Huskies, not unlike this Halifax West team, going for the three-peat, but 7 graduating seniors for the Huskies. The West, their whole starting 5. The Huskies' whole starting 5 as well. So what I'm saying is Allie McLean is going from the senior class to the rookie class in what's going to be a big rookie class for Coach Scott Monroe, trying to keep his long line of success going, the success that started with Justine Colley-Legier on the Halifax Grammar School bench.
And have to give a shout to Halifax Grammar. What they've been able to do in this fourth quarter, they had a 22 run. They cut it within 2 when it was 73-71, hanging the timeout. So regardless of how this one goes, they put so much effort. And if they have to play for a 5th time, I expect a really competitive and fun one as well.
Well, yeah, they are going to provincials. Yes. But the other thing is, we talked about it, this Grammar team, just one senior, one grade 12, Victoria Fournier-Smith. Everybody else will be back next year. And I mean, Fournier-Smith's being a difference maker today, but, you know, bringing back Ella Hoyt and the Sankton sisters and Malia Legier, Isla Williams, Hunter and White, like they've got depth on this team.
And that was a heck of a play from Davignon. Saw that inbound pass all the way, tipped it away for a steal and deflection. And that may wrap this one up in a beautiful bow for Halifax West. Dominating the 3 quarters. Definitely a drama-filled one here in this fourth quarter. We're approaching 30 seconds away. Hoyt, 11th grader, will have her senior year, and I can only imagine how much better she's going to be for this team as Legier gets 2.
Yeah, not over. They need a quick stop, but if you can force a turnover in the backcourt, and they're going to foul, they do have a couple fouls to give here. That's their 3rd team foul. Both coaches still coaching hard. They don't think this is over.
No.
But again, this Halifax West coaching staff, and, you know, they do lose the starting 5, but I have a feeling Coach Trevor Walters got some tricks up his sleeve. Trevor and Jonathan Bell run Hallie Blaze, which is a youth AAU summer travel team, and they've had a lot of players. I know Ella Hoyt has played for them in the summer times as well, so they identify a lot of talent. They're very influential and out there in the local girls basketball scene, and they continue to build as they're 20 seconds away from their 3rd consecutive title. Do we have to pay Pat Riley some money if we drop 3-peat on the air? I heard the Chiefs were
Yeah, I didn't like that as an Eagles fan. I will say that was a little bit annoying to hear
that had to feel good. But
No,
the Chiefs were doing some negotiating, and it looks like Ella Hoyt has fouled out. So, got to give credit to her. Tremendous game, 24, 26.
Yeah, she had quite a bit.
And most of the second half, yeah.
Yes. That third quarter especially from Hoyt was very impressive.
Yeah. Hoyt's picked up 3 fouls. I know you only had 2 on your sheet. She's picked them up 3 in succession there. And now Molly Sankton on the free throw line. Looking to cut it back down to a 5-point game. Warriors are going to take a timeout here.
Yeah,
and we'll see if they go to their bench and let the youth get 12 seconds of championship experience here.
Yeah, 27 points for Hoyt from what I quickly looked at. So, and again, Olivia Logan, too, with 28. So it's been a really fun battle to watch those two, especially as we talked about Hoyt. You have another year to go, and just the performance she put on today, as you'll see here.
Well, and, that 20-2 run is, it's a lot of Ella Hoyt, but not only as the scorer, as the facilitator, playmaker, pushing the pace, getting on the glass, doing all the little things. Great basketball here. It was a foul on Fournier Smith, but that 20-2 run for Grammar School shows what kind of team they can be when it's all clicking, and from all accounts it's been all clicking on all cylinders except for when they take on the Halifax West Warriors. They've won 31 games this year, but they're 0-4 against the red and white of the Warriors, and we'll see if they can get another rematch in the Provincials.
Sometimes just not your time quite yet, as they will be moving on to Provincials, which is a huge opportunity for both teams, and I'm sure for Halifax West, they're looking to finish on top.
And stick around, we're going to have an interview with player of the game, maybe 1, maybe 2, we'll see.
A lot of up and coming in this post-game show that's brought to you by Eastlink and powered by Maritime Athletic Profiles. And with that buzzer, Halifax West wins the Metro League title for back-to-back-to-back years for the three-peat. Some the Chiefs could not do.
That's right.
Just that little slight dig, but congrats to these young women. Such a huge moment for them. Not only that, a bunch of seniors here graduating, moving on to play in the AUS conference. I'm sure this is such a huge moment for them that we'll remember for a long time.
Yeah, and this Halifax West team has won at a very high level, as we say, three-peat, but I think the season they've put together this year, now 32-1 overall, has been really special, and it's been because of those seniors. They're playing for each other. Olivia Logan, another phenomenal game today. But, we've seen the depth and talent they have. Starting 5, but also contributions off their bench. Lyric LePage chipped in 5 points today, so it's been a true team effort. And we're going to have the banner presentation here, followed by a quick interview with today's player of the game.
We will, and just even to talk as we go through this banner presentation for the Halifax West champs. Just a heck of a game this was. Again, through that third quarter, it was all Halifax West. They were up 71-51 in that third quarter. As they're giving the announcement here today and giving a round of applause to both teams that compete at such a high level today. But again, that third quarter, they were down by 20 points, and that 22 run by Halifax Grammar cut it into a deficit where it was only a 73-71 lead in favor of Halifax West. So it was that close, but out of the timeout, a couple big shots from Parker, along with, of course, Logan, who was closing the deal. So they're giving this.
Well, and this is special. They called the captains. They've got 5 captains, which you don't typically see. But when you've got a third-year class, who's played their entire careers together and won the three-peat, they're a deserving 5 captains.
Yep, that's a picture you got to put over the fireplace, folks, as they have the right to celebrate, and they do. Great moment for each of these, as we will keep it here as we do have more post-game coverage. Again, as Alan highlighted, we'll have a couple of player interviews, maybe a coach. Who knows? It's a lot of fun down here as we'll set that up. But again, just a heck of a moment for these two teams, and this is what it's all about. When you play playoffs and get to this point in time, it's just such a great opportunity for both teams to show what the future may hold. And also for Halifax West, they win 3 straight league titles and they go to provincials. And for Halifax Grammar, they have a lot of talent that is going to be sticking around for another year. As Alan highlighted, the only other player that's going to be graduating for Halifax Grammar is Victoria Fournier-Smith, but they still keep players, and we'll see if they might not get an interview quite yet. They're still waiting as they're taking some more pictures.
We're going to let them take a team photo, but I'm going to have Olivia Logan as well as Coach Trevor Walter here shortly. So, provincials, I believe those will be webcast on Eastlink. If not, I know Maritime will step up and bring you top coverage as they always do. Once again, shout out to the team from Maritime Athletic Profiles, producers Clark, Liam, camera operators Alex and Melvin, and shout out to you, Connor, as well.
Appreciate it.
Been a fun game.
Indeed.
And we're just waiting here for an interview, but I promise you we'll make it worth it. But continue to come out and support high school basketball. It's clearly a lot of fun here. The girls' game continues to grow and rise like it does everywhere, but here in Nova Scotia, no exception.
No, and that's the best part about being able to play and compete and actually film these and give these young women opportunities to be able to shine on this stage like this, because it gives way for the future, because you're going to see a lot of these players. Again, Maritime Athletic Profiles, they cover major universities. They cover, again, St. Mary's University, Dalhousie, St. FX, Acadia. They do so much work around the Maritime provinces, and you're going to see, again, a lot of these players, if you watch Maritime Athletic Profiles, they're going to be on those teams more than likely, so you're going to be following them generation to generation, as we're still awaiting a lot of pictures taken, a lot of family members wanting to get involved in some of this, and I don't blame them. Big moment for them. As hopefully that is the end. We'll get to interviews here shortly, but we talked quite a lot about Olivia Logan, who will be joining for the post game and finishing with 28 points, but a lot of great play. Ava Parker, who hit some big shots down the stretch for this team. Coming out of that timeout when they were only leading by 2, Ava Parker had that big shot in the corner that helped really get in that 5-0 run out of that timeout. On top of that, you have some other players as we start to wrap up here and give you this interview.
All right, joined here now by, I don't know if you were named player of the game, but you had 28 points. Another phenomenal performance by Olivia Logan of the Halifax West. Olivia, you can say you have a city three-peat. How does that feel?
It definitely feels amazing, and I think that it's going to be a really good thing for us going into provincials.
Yeah, and obviously provincials is the one thing in your career that's eluded you. You're headed back there this year. Just take a look at the camera if you don't mind. Yeah, headed back to provincials, but let's reflect a little bit on today's game first. You guys got off to a big lead. Grammar came back in a serious way at the start of that fourth quarter. They were on a 20-2 run. I know you've been in a lot of basketball situations. What kind of things were you saying to your teammates on the bench and on the court when Grammar was on that run, and how were you guys able to hold off the run for the victory?
I think our biggest thing was just remembering to stay composed and stick together through their runs, because basketball is a game of runs, so just remembering to stay together, and then we were able to stop their run. It was a long time, but we were able to stop it and then get back into our game. Okay,
now job's not finished. You've got provincials. I know that's highlighted on your calendar since last year and the year prior, but I do want to ask you about playing here on this court. Your final game here on the West home court. 5 senior athletes went in and accepted that banner. What kind of, obviously the game just finished, but what kind of memories will you have of this court and that group?
I think all the hours that we put in together, in practices and everything, I think just it's it means a lot, how much work we've all put in together. Yeah, and it's phenomenal to see. So, yeah, heading off to provincials. You very well may see this Grammar team for a 5th time there. What are your expectations, and what's this team need to do to accomplish the final goal and win provincials? I think we just have to remember to stay composed. That's our biggest thing. I feel when we get to provincials, the last 2 years, we just kind of crack under the pressure. So I think just remembering to stay composed even when other teams go on their runs, and I think we'll be fine and be able to get it done.
Awesome. Well, you're a senior now and taking care of business, staying composed. I think Olivia Logan and the Warriors can do it. Thanks, Olivia. Congrats again. Go celebrate with your team, and we'll see you at Provincials.
Thank you.
Okay. I do want to grab Coach Trevor Walter here quickly and ask him a little bit about this. But, yeah, phenomenal. What an athlete. What a player, Olivia Logan. And, giving all the credit to her team and teammates, as any good leader does. We got Coach Walter, and who else we got here?
We got Haven here.
Haven. Hi, Haven.
Say hi.
You want to say hi?
Say hi to the
That's
people.
okay. All right, Coach. First and foremost, this game, you guys got off to a big lead, but Grammar, 20-2 run to start the fourth quarter.
Stormed back, yeah, for sure.
It took you a while before you finally took the timeout,
I
but
know.
what did you say to your team in that timeout?
Honestly, just get back to who we are and just be us. And as you said, I should have probably took that timeout a little sooner. I thought we were going to figure it out, and I kind of wanted to see what was going on, but it worked out in the end.
Well, when you got 5 seniors, you kind of expect and trust them to figure it out, right?
For sure, but that happened real quick too. So
yeah. No, I mean, I know that was your 4th time playing Grammar this year, and they've been the team that's played you closer than anybody consistently all year. You may see them in Provincials as well, but I'll keep the focus on your team. I mean, job's not finished. You got Provincials. Nope. That's been the one thing that's eluded you. But the final game on home court for that core of 5 seniors, how do you reflect? What can you say about that?
It's special. I think they deserve that too, just for the group that they were. Shame that they weren't able to play down at SMU. They were looking forward to that. They loved that game and that atmosphere every year. But this was still a huge game feel here down up at the West, and both crowds, just like the last time we played, were amazing, very spirited, into it, intense. So that's just what we want. You can't ask for anything more to prepare you for Provincials.
No, absolutely. Probably good to see some close games leading into Provincials as well for you.
100%.
Yeah. So as we said, that's the one thing that's left to check off of these boxes for these 5 great seniors. What's the key to celebrating today, but getting yourself ready for Provincials next weekend and bringing it home this time?
Just getting back, reflecting, looking at some film, definitely making some adjustments. As you said, we anticipate probably running into this team. They're not going anywhere. They're a tough team. Credit to them. Credit to their coaching staff. They just keep swinging, eh? So, yeah, them. And then there's lots of other great teams around. Interested to see what happened in that Citadel and CPA game tonight. And of course, your outer region teams like Horton and North Nova had a big win last night over CEC. So definitely interesting and looking forward to it. It's our favorite time of year.
Absolutely. Getting there to playoff season, and you've done something not a lot of coaches can say. Pulled off a three-peat.
I appreciate
special thing. So big shout out. Thank you, Coach Walter. Thank you, Haven. And we'll see you guys at Provincials, and best of luck going forward. Congrats again. All right. All right, I'm signing off now from the team at Maritime Athletic Profiles via Eastlink YouTube. Thanks for watching live coverage of high school basketball all season long. Congrats again to the Halifax Warriors on winning the Metro Capital Region High School Championship, and congrats to the Grammar Griffins on a great season. We'll see both teams at Provincials. For myself, Alan April, Connor McKinnon, and the team, we'll see you next time on Maritime Athletic Profiles. you.